Hi, I'm Katie Slavchik, and this is my audience. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so how many of you have seen the show Toddlers and Tiaras?
Me.
Yes. And how many of you also knew that out of 1,000 girls, 38% of them said that they would rather be recognized for their outer beauty than inner beauty?
Yikes. No.
Well, many people also don't know that beauty pageants can be damaging to a child's mental, physical, and emotional well-being. Both my two cousins were in beauty pageants when they were younger, and I've seen firsthand the negative outcomes of being a child Barbie doll. I think it's important for people, especially parents of young girls, to educate themselves on the harms of pageants so they and their children can join in the fight to banning childhood pageants altogether. In my speech, I will be discussing how pageants can be physically harmful, can cause emotional damage, and what they teach our society. Although physical harms are temporary and can sometimes be fixed with a Band-Aid, they can add to a child's sense of trauma when it's forced upon them. Child beauty queens are forced to get spray tans, wax their eyebrows, whiten their teeth, and wear fake eyelashes, along with many other preparation rituals. According to the author of a two-lane law review, it says, in addition to immediate physical pain, the regular use of certain popular pageant products can cause serious long-term health risks. Dentists warn that teeth whitening kits can cause irritation and discoloration in teeth and gums, and the FDA says that eyelash and eyebrow dyes can cause eye injury or sometimes even blindness. If professionals are warning adults about these effects of these products, imagine the damage of a younger, still developing child it could have. Along with beauty-related effects, there is a trend in the beauty pageant for keeping their child awake throughout the entire day of activities, and that is pumping them full of caffeine and sugar. Many parents in the industry give their child pixie sticks or other sugar-based candies known as pageant crack to keep them energized throughout the day. Others rely on energy drinks, sodas, or a combination of the two. In 2011, a study by the American Academy of Pediatrics reported that excessive caffeine intake could lead to neurological and cardiovascular damage in young children. And many people also know that sugar and caffeine can cause mood and behavioral altering effects. Not only can pageants harm a child physically, but emotionally as well. The main concerns of a lot of pageants is the message it sends to young girls. These girls are taught at a young age that real beauty is wearing caked-on makeup, hair extensions, and fancy dresses. And here I have a couple before and after pictures. Everybody knows who Honey Boo Boo is. Before and after. And then a before and after of this little girl, and she is 6 years old. Doesn't look 6 in the other picture. Participation in activities that focus on physical appearance teaches the idea that physical beauty and superficial charm are keys to success in the world. There are unrealistic expectations for these little girls to be perfect in the pageant industry, and they can carry that mindset with them throughout their entire life. They can become obsessed with their appearance, which puts them at risk for eating disorders and often makes them seek out plastic surgery. Girls who are forced to wear inappropriate clothing and strut around on stage, many experts have said they are losing their innocence, childhood, and are being exposed to sexuality too early. Many studies have pointed out the dangerous connection to girls who are exposed to sexuality earlier in life to eating disorders and depression. The APA task force has found that sexualizing young girls undermines the confidence of them, leading to negative emotional consequences of shame, self-disgust, and anxiety, and has been directly linked to harmful consequences in regard to a girl's ability to be sexually healthy and assertive. The sexualization of young girls is not only affecting the girls themselves, but the society we live in today. According to law professional Lucy Wolfe, young women raised in a culture that praises them for being vacant, painted dolls are likely to grow up relying on the heteronormative standards for fragile and submissive women. Allowing a child to contribute to the gender stereotype will make it harder for them to grow up as independent women and makes it a lot more difficult for society to think of women as strong and powerful too. Many people say that beauty pageants can also blur the lines between what is cute and what is sensual. Pageants rely on stereotypes to define women as objects, not as complex, multidimensional human beings. In a study about beauty pageants, experts concluded that young men who grow up watching shows like Toddlers and Tiaras may be more likely to develop into perpetrators of gendered crimes because they learn that girls are just objects available for their viewing pleasure. And as for many people know, in 1996, a 6-year-old beauty queen named Joan Bennett Ramsey was murdered in her hometown. Police and public believed it was because she was in the public eye acting older than what she really was, and it led someone to take action. According to Nancy Irwin, a psychotherapist, she cautions that pageant children, especially those on reality television shows, may be at greater risk of being harmed by sexual predators because of the high visibility in sexual behavior. Pageants are just adding to the gender stereotypes, and every year they go on is another step back for women's rights. A quote from former child beauty queen Elizabeth Lund says, "No matter how hard pageants try to be scholarship programs or opportunities for growth and self-confidence, there is still a dark side." This quote should be a reminder to everyone that beauty pageants aren't always what they seem. No matter how cute your child looks on stage, behind the scenes there are major issues that cannot be fixed. The constant physical harms can lead to serious health problems in their future. The emotional damage is detrimental to the child's well-being and will most likely carry it throughout their entire life. And they teach society a twisted version of how women should look like and act in the world. For all those reasons and much more, I think child beauty pageants should be banned, and everyone should join in the fight to stopping them.